Today I have two very special guests. Okay, I got Fiona and Johnny. Both of them are two talented artists, versatile, and with a lot of passion, but also with a more or less a clear vision. So hopefully, within this conversation today, we will learn a little bit more about their dreams, their passions, their ideas, their background, and I'm sure in a few years' time, we're going to watch this space to see how fantastic they are and how amazing, how much they're going to inspire other people. Welcome.
Hi.
So,
Hello.
hi. So tell me a little bit, tell to the audience, what are you about? So how old are you? And who's going to start talking first?
Me.
Okay.
So hi, I'm Fiona, and this is my brother Jon. I'm 12 in 2 months, so I'd like to say I'm 12. And Jon here is 14. And well, we've always liked music. I've been singing as long as I remember. And Jon plays guitar, piano. He's a multi-instrumentalist. So we decided to join our forces together and become a band. And we've been blooming ever since.
That's wonderful. How about you, Jon?
For me, I've always been listening to different types of music. Music's always been something that's kind of stuck to me. And when I first moved to London, I've always kind of tried to embrace all the other genres. I always liked rock, the classics, Led Zeppelin, the Beatles. And I remember, because I was playing piano at the time, I wasn't the best, but I was learning piano. This was in 2019. And I saw a kid in my year play the drums. He did We Will Rock You by Queen. And since then, I wanted to play the drums. And I picked up the drums. That became an instrument. I can now play it, I think, pretty well. I got to grade 7, but then I left it. So that added on to my list of instruments that I could play. And then I discovered the guitar, and then I just instantly clicked. For 2 years, I was going at a very slow pace, right? So I could hardly play a chord and stuff like that. I wasn't really getting it. But the moment I managed to get it and I was able to start my journey with playing songs, right? Songs I like with a few chords, I then progressed into doing soloing, knowing my theory, my scales, and now it's pretty much become my main instrument, and I really love playing guitar.
That's fantastic. So you said that you came to London in 2019. Where were you before?
Well, we were born in Guernsey, and then when I was 2.5, so 2.5 years later, we moved to Cyprus for a few years, and then we came here.
All right. So you speak Greek as well?
No, we went to an English school, and we had
See, we did
Greek
learn
lessons,
Greek
yeah.
there, but we've forgotten as much as we've learnt. You could say.
So you can. So if somebody will speak Greek to you, you would be able to understand a few words.
Honestly, not really.
Not
really.
It's like
I wouldn't
school,
say so.
It's like primary school French lessons. It's not really anything that you can really use.
I see.
I can remember words here and there, hardly anymore.
Okay. I guess that would be into your subconscious. So when you grow up, perhaps you have a chance.
Yeah.
Now, talking about languages, what other languages do you speak?
We're Albanian. So we speak Albanian. We really love going to our country, meeting our people, talking. To say you can speak fluently another language, that's already a big achievement, as well as being talented in music, right? And what I find good is that by speaking Albanian, people will appreciate you much more, because Albanian is actually a difficult language to learn if you think about it. In terms of other languages, Fiona goes to a French school.
I've got GCSE level French.
Yeah, same, but I'm starting to forget it a bit because I left to prioritize my music a bit more. But I should go back to doing French. And in school, we learn a lot of German. So we're trying to get as many languages as possible.
For me, I have a few more. Not too many, not that I speak fluently. But carrying on to Jon saying Albanian is a tricky language. It's because it's not really similar, I find, to many other languages. And I speak a bit of French, GCSE level. I'm learning German, just like Jon. Spanish, I'm learning at school. And then I try to keep up a little bit with my Italian.
Oh, that's wonderful. But in a way, when you speak one extra language, apart from your mother tongue, as you could call it, although I'm sure that you're more fluent into speaking English than Albanian now.
No, I would say we're good at both. To be
Perfect.
fair,
So that would helps anyone to learn languages.
I'd
And-
very highly recommend it. It will help you great in life if you say, "I can speak these languages."
That's wonderful. So and then you don't forget that you have the other language, which is music.
Yes.
It's a language.
It's a whole nother language, people.
It's
Yeah.
every single note in sheet music is basically a word, you know.
That's
It's a phrase. It's a statement.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a question and an answer, a phrase.
Yeah.
You say one thing and then you respond to it by finishing off the sentence.
Yeah.
So Yoni, you are the musician. Do you compose? Do you create?
I compose quite a lot, actually. Yeah, me and my sister along with our band. Because it's not just me and my sister, we have a drummer and a bassist as well. They're English. They're really nice and they're really talented. But yeah, we create music all the time. We've got a lot of music coming out. We've
got
4 currently.
Yeah, we've got two new originals recently. I write originals, but they're really not for the type of music that we do as performances.
And technically, we have 5. We have Memories, The Trial, Roadkill, And She's Gone, and Seasick. Those are 5 we've written. And just to let you guys know, if you want to check us out, we're going to be playing at the Hanwell Hootie Festival on May the 9th. It's London's largest free festival. So be sure to check it out.
My first introduction to you was on the 30th of January 2026, and you rocked it.
Cabaret
Thank
night.
you.
That was an evening here in
With
London
Cabaret.
with a load of people, packed, sold out event, and people absolutely loved you. So what songs did you bring into that event?
I played the Autumn Leaves, and for the first part of the song, Fiona would recite a poem by Kadare, a very famous Albanian poet. And the second part, she would sing while I played the piano, Autumn Leaves.
In French.
In French. So that's another big bonus.
The background in terms of how did you start with music?
So we were like in our own separate worlds musically for a while. We both did like grades on piano. I did violin, he did drums and guitar. So we were kind of separate. But then Jon wanted to start doing open mics. And we thought that it would be really good if I came and joined him and sung, which I wanted to do as well. And then we go on, and last year, or a year before that, we added a drummer and then a bassist.
All right. So at what age did you start?
Singing literally as long as I can remember. Jon's been playing instruments as well.
Since you can remember.
I started playing piano around 2015.
Which was like, he was...
I should be a lot better than I am now, to be quite honest with you.
I mean, based on my observation,
He's
and
really
I've
good.
heard quite a lot of artists.
Don't be humble.
Yes.
Thank you.
You're really good.
Thank you.
Really. I was amazed when I saw you just before the gig we had on the 30th of January. You grabbed the guitar and you just started playing. I was expecting you just to do some chords in piano, and you just played so well in the guitar. So
it's a good ability to have, to be very good at several instruments.
But one of the other things that I wanted to know about you, Jon, how does piano, or like playing piano, help you with other instruments? Because I guess piano could be considered one of the base instruments for learning, practicing, multitasking, and so on.
And there's a very good answer to that. Drums, of course, it's just a percussion. It doesn't give you any notes. It's a rhythm. So there's no way piano can help you with that. But guitar, there are 2 differences. Guitar has its pros and cons when it comes to learning your scales or theory. And piano also has its pros and cons. For example, and I'll get on to your point of the question, but we need to set like the main thing first. Piano is easy because you have everything laid out in front of you. You have all the notes and the octave notes on the piano spread out for you. Whereas on the guitar, it's a bit harder to find the notes and you need to learn where they are. Whereas piano, it's all laid out. However, piano is a lot harder if you're playing a song like Autumn Leaves, which we did on Cabaret Night, 30th of January. it's a lot harder to switch the key on piano and play in a different key. It's going to take a bit of skill, right? It's definitely manageable, but it's less harder. Guitar, all you need to do is just shift it up one if you want to go up one key higher, or put a capo on. So it's a lot easier. So now, what I mean by this is, if it's easy for you to find the scales and the quality of the scales, mine has a minor third, flat six, harmonic, all that. You find that on the piano, you can then adapt that to the guitar, which is a bit harder to work on. You say, okay, I have this shape, and now I have another shape, and I can take this from the piano because it sounds just like the scale I played on the piano. So in many ways, piano helps the guitar a lot with learning your scales and stuff like that, and I use it quite a lot. Another reason why piano is useful is because often it helps me tune in with the guitar.
Wonderful. So does it mean, in this case, that both of the instruments support each other, but in order for you to understand the theory behind it, it's much better to have it in front of you like a piano concert, or not? Because
Yeah,
I'm sure people who are watching this, there might be young artists who would like to know about your experience and your understanding. What do you think?
it's always good if you're planning on taking on both instruments. I would suggest it's always good to start with piano. That will set you the ground. Trust me, it will set you the ground rules for music and theory, and will help you a lot with your guitar. And that is really going to help you. If you should go with piano, learn the basics, learn your scales, learn like intervals and all that kind of stuff. And then if you then want to decide to go to the guitar, you can then move on to that, still keeping and progressing your piano skills. But then it will be a lot more easier to understand the concept of guitar. Because if it's the other way around, it will be a lot harder from the guitar to the piano, because guitar kind of works in a different way. You can find the same notes on different strings. And I'm not talking octaves, I'm literally talking the same note. Whereas the piano, there is only one of that note. Like, for example, if I just use this D, in this pitch, there's only one of that on here. On the guitar, you can find it on different strings. My point being is, it's a lot harder if you want to kind of learn scales and transpose things from the guitar to the piano. So it's always good to start off with the piano, nice and easy, everything's laid out in front of you. And once you've got the basics of like how it works, scales, intervals, theory, semitones, tones,
Brilliant.
you can just go on to the guitar.
So another question I had, and perhaps I think the audience will be really curious to know. Can you play for us? What would you like to really play for us today?
I could do a piece by Chopin.
No, I think you could do that, but I think if you take that acoustic guitar, we could do House of the Rising Sun.
Yeah, I could do that.
Same.
There is a house in New Orleans they call the Rising Sun. It's been the ruin of many a poor boy, and God, I know I'm one. My mother was a tailor. She sold my new blue jeans. My father was a gambling man down in the New Orleans. Now the only thing a gambler needs is a suitcase and his trunk. And the only time he's truly satisfied is when he's all drunk. Oh, mother, tell your children not to do done to spend your lives in sympathy in the house of the rising sun. I got one foot on the platform and the other on the train, and I'm going back to New Orleans, to where that ball and chain. There is a house in New Orleans they call the rising sun. It's been the ruin of many a poor boy, and God, I know I'm one, and God, I know.
Now, you said that you have a band.
Yeah.
And when did you form the band? What year?
2024.
2024, yeah. But it wasn't the full band, it was just us two.
You
Us
two.
two.
And then how did you find the other artists? So
So-
perhaps
That's
we
up
can
to
have an
Fiona.
interview with them as well.
Yeah, that would be brilliant.
So basically,
That's what Fiona to say.
I do ballroom dancing, right? And like my mum's very social, so she's been talking to like other people. And then someone's brother was really, really good at drums, so we said, why don't we try him out? We did some auditions, and we did think that he was a right fit for the band. So he hasn't left since. We've had various bassists, and right now we have a bassist that's in my brother's year, and he's really,
He's in a
really
lot of my
talented.
classes as well. He's doing really well. His name's Oscar. He's a really good bassist.
He's very, very talented. So the drummer's called Ivor, the bassist is called Oscar, and we're very grateful to have them.
Wonderful. And it's called Cello. Tell us
What's
about
that?
the name Cello.
So our surname
That's our surname.
is Cello, but it's just with one L. So we thought, why not make that a pun? But now the only thing is, people think we play the cello, but it's okay. You can just explain it.
That's wonderful because people remember you. The
Yeah.
moment I heard about cello, I thought, oh. And again, of course, my mind went to the instrument. But it's very nice when you call it cello band, and then, this is not, specifically about classical music.
Yeah.
It's cello band. So you said that you do dancing. So ballroom
Yeah.
dancing only, or contemporary or classical?
I do ballroom. I used to do ballet when I was younger, so I've still got a few skills. I do street, commercial, contemporary. So I basically go to
Love
this.
dancing.
Yeah, I go to a dance school that does basically everything.
Wonderful. Do you do that once a week, like on a Saturday, or?
Ballroom dancing I do once a week, and then the rest is all once a week as well.
Wonderful. So it brings me the question to the genre that you have chosen. You said that you loved, and I've seen you liking rock. So what is the genre of your band, your music?
That is very interesting because I often like to do rock and metal. I love to do like Zeppelin, I love to do Metallica, that sort of stuff. But also what we want to do is we need to be inclusive of all genres and not just be one-dimensional, like
Yeah.
looking at one genre. We, for example, can you think of one we did? Like,
We've done like blues. We had a specific
that's good.
concert that we literally only did blues, and it was really nice to widen our horizons because then we added to our repertoire.
we love to do various amounts of things like funk, rock. We love to blend in, and we'll even do Taylor Swift if we have
Yeah,
to.
unfortunately, I'm not a great fan of rock, but it's good music because a lot of music these days, it's like, it's all kind of computer made instead of actually someone writing it. So
But
I
Ooh,
like-
this is interesting.
I like stepping into like another
yeah,
world.
I agree with Fiona. I like how it was old fashioned, but I guess I would understand it was a lot harder back then. it would cost a lot of money to get a studio, to get the tapes rolling, do it over and over again. The takes. Whereas now you can just buy yourself a Logic, a software monitoring system, and I forgot what it's called, the thing in the middle that powers the whole thing. And you just record your songs and release on Spotify, and that's how people make
So
money.
are you against it, or
We're
Not
not
against
against it,
it.
but it's just like almost a breath of fresh air because we get to like do things.
A bit too
almost-
robotronic.
We get to
and
do things in
artificial.
more of an organic way, but there's nothing we have against it. It's quite smart actually. Just that I like stepping out.
I
of it.
find it's a
So-
bit more artificial. They're using a lot of AI these days, and I feel like we need to make it a bit more natural. Do it on CD, perhaps.
brilliant? So you are a hands-on artist. You are not only like, because your generation, I suppose, are very much into really creating bits and putting things together, using electronics and so on, and that's the composition that they create. Whereas you are more like traditional.
I mean,
And this is a breath of fresh air.
don't get me wrong, Tom, but if we get the chance at some point to release the stuff on Spotify, hell yeah, we're gonna do it.
Yeah, I see myself doing that, but at the same time, I like doing it the way that like Jon just comes up with something and then the whole band learns something and then record it.
Brilliant. So, how many gigs have you had so far?
Ooh.
Let me count.
Since cello was
The
created?
proper cellos.
Yes,
All right.
proper cellos.
The whole band before.
The
whole
yeah, since
band.
2024, when you say
So
Oh.
just us. Okay, how many Jons? 3
Oh, man.
Jons?
It has
No,
been
4 Jons.
for meaning junior open mic.
Good. He pronounces it junior open mix sometimes. It's an ongoing debate. And then we had
Alright.
Battle of the Bands, 2 of them.
Wait, yeah, but then we also
Then
had, oh my word.
January 30th.
Oh, slow
like
down.
3 acoustic nights, 2 buskets.
Don't forget, you did the Battle of the Bands in Albania, and that
Ah,
was
Battle
of the Bands
an
in Albania,
amazing event.
yes.
Yeah, but back
last
in the
year.
junior open
We're
mic,
actually going back next week.
Yeah.
in the junior open mic days, though, I swear we had some more gigs that we did.
No, I don't think so. Unless you can like name me one, I don't know. And then
Oh, that was
maybe
that one that we did in November. Remember,
Uh-huh.
we did it in the
I'm
cap.
counting. Like 16, 17 maybe.
Maybe
That's
20.
great.
What about with the cellos themselves? Let's just count. So we had the big one at the park. We had Dunfest. We had High Tide. We had the one that we did on the race course, the racetrack. We were playing
we were kind of
during
like
the
playing with the
marathon.
marathon. It was fun.
That was really fun. We performed a charity gig for disabled people.
Oh, I forgot about that one. That's nice.
And what happened after that?
I can't think of orders.
We did the Fighting Cocks pub. It's a really famous pub, one of the most famous in London, I think.
We
rock
did a Christmas one,
venues.
like an event.
So more or less in the last 2 years, you've done at least over 20 gigs.
We're very
Something
grateful.
like that. Yeah.
Right. So it's an average of 10 gigs per year,
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
more or less
Maybe a
one
bit
and a
more.
half per month.
We're very
A little bit less
grateful
than the 1 per month, which is fantastic.
Wow, it's turning 2 years now since we formed.
for that. Yeah.
This April.
Mm.
Wow.
So the anniversary. Now, practice. How do you do it? Do you have a steady,
I love
like a
practice.
fixed time when you get together,
Okay.
or
Currently, it's Wednesday and Fridays. But sometimes
Where?
when we're nearing a gig at my house, I have a studio. We have the amps and
oh, you
everything.
got the studio at home?
Yeah, we
Pretty
have
much.
Logic Pro to record, and when we're nearing a gig, we always usually like to add in a lot of dates.
Like Saturdays or something.
Yeah, and coming towards a Hannel Hooter gig on May 9th, we're gonna start practicing in some studios, we think. So that's gonna be really good. It's gonna be quite intense.
You know that you always can come and practice here and
Thank
bring the
you.
That
band
would be-
here. We've
that
got
would
2
be great.
studios here
That would be really
at
good.
Stage Talent,
We're a professional band.
because we got hundreds of students who come and practice and
That would be fun.
learn every week, every single day, even Sundays.
That would
So-
be really fun.
Because I think our generation need to support you a little bit more. So what do you think about the support you're getting? Not only the support, but also what you wish you could have a little bit more.
I
Um,
want
Come
to
on,
headline
be
Wembley.
honest.
I want to headline Wembley.
You want to headline Wembley?
that's
Yeah.
well in good time, Jon. Well, I'm really grateful that we have a mentor, Kev, who also gives us a lot of like gig opportunities. I'm really grateful for our parents who are really in this for us. They're looking everywhere. And we just have a lot of people supporting us. The parents of everybody in our band are just so supportive. Something we wish, really not much. I think we're really happy with how we're doing right now.
Brilliant. So, in terms of what do you understand about the industry? What obviously, for you to make it in the industry, first of all, you need to know what is it that you want to make it on, and second, do you have any understanding how the performing arts, the music industry operates?
Well,
I mean, you're very young,
starting.
so obviously you need to have managers and to have people who would support you. You do have it at the moment, but this business is really tough.
I was going to say,
So what is your understanding first? What do you want to be?
I roughly know. So music, it's not something that happens like that. You always got to have a backup, right? So while the music's happening, I was thinking I'd go for something like law, and then if my music goes up, I switch to the music. You know what I mean? Because you got to have a backup. You can't just stay homeless and wait for something to happen, right? And the music industry, if we're talking about that, it is rough. Yeah, it is very tough. That's why the best music artists didn't just get it by hand. They had to work hard for it, and that's what we plan to do.
For me, I think that there's like millions of artists out there that even are working like way harder than some artists that have made it. And it's like you have to catch the algorithm, from what I know. And like I keep going past these videos that are like, oh, I'm trying to like headline Wembley someday. But like, yeah, it's, from what I understand, it's really hard. So we just need to keep drilling.
Have you ever thought of going to Wembley Arena first, where Madonna and all of the,
Yes.
and which is 12,000 seats, and then you go to 90,000?
Yeah. That's the dream.
That might be a good chance, because I have produced 2 years in a row at Wembley Arena for 12,000 people. And I had over 1,000 artists on stage.
What artists?
Dancers, musicians.
Wow.
Really cool.
Mainly dancers. Was a dance competition called Dance Challenge. So you see, go out, meet people like us, because that will build your background to eventually get a chance. Because this place is, do you know how luck is created?
Not really.
By putting your face constantly into different places. Luck does not come. So luck, you create luck. Okay? It's just an advice.
You've got to keep trying out.
Yeah.
Trying here and there.
Trying.
I don't
Just
think that
never stop.
exists.
And it seems like you both have that. You both love what you're doing. You have supportive families, supporting community, people around. You don't get tired, so keep that. But also, what I notice in both of you, I've spoken with you several times, that you also are remaining humble. So what does it mean?
So kind of like not flaunting your success too much, but at the same time not like downgrading yourself too much.
Absolutely.
So like staying neutral. Kind of.
Recognizing your value is number one. And then just being like yourself. Next step, what are you thinking you're going to do? Apart from continuing to perform, what are you planning? Are you planning to produce any music? To launch any?
I want to get an album done by the time we're 18 or 19. Get a good record deal. Get an opportunity to be in the studio. We already have some songs. We want to get at least 10 songs done before we can make an album.
Honestly, I just want to start learning to produce, because some of these things, like if you have a home studio properly, then I feel like I could try and start doing that like as a band ourselves. But like I just want to start recording and getting stuff out on Spotify and YouTube.
So does that mean that you are embracing the new way that artists, especially musicians, are operating now? Instead of waiting to be discovered, they do the work.
Yeah, I think you definitely have to do the work. Like we said earlier, we're definitely not against that. So you definitely have to put in the work. And instead of paying money to go to a studio, like you could do it yourself.
Brilliant. But also you would need to have a professional, setting.
Someone to mix the music.
To mix all of the other things, because it's not that easy. I'm sure you've learned now that composing and creating is not easy at all.
Very difficult.
Fantastic. So last question. If I would ask you to catapult yourself from today in 10 years' time, okay? So you are 12, you're going to be 22. You are 14, you're going to be 24. How do you see yourselves?
A very good working class musician.
Working class musician.
Yeah, professional.
What does that mean?
I hope I said it right. And like a really good working musician, someone who's like properly into it professionally.
Working class
in the
means,
industry.
like you're not properly like in it, and you're not like.
Oh, then the complete opposite of what I said then.
Okay, so for me, like whether we're still in the Cellos or not, I want to be like setting out stadiums, like releasing albums, collabing with other artists, hopefully.
Brilliant. So how do you feel whilst you're on stage and after you performed?
While I'm on stage, like I used to feel really nervous, but now it's kind of normal because I'm used to like performing now, and it's like a second home, the stage and like music itself. So while I'm performing, it's just a great feeling. I get to be doing what I love, and then after most of our performances, I'm normally very happy with the outcome.
Brilliant. How
Jon?
about you, Jan? How do you feel when you're on stage? And
You know, that's the thing. That's the thing. I was just starting off. I was getting to that because the thing is, when I'm on stage, it's a different kind of feeling. You know, it's more like I get to do the thing I love, and it's lively. You know, it's jumpy. It's the adrenaline. You're in the moment with the band when you come up stage, and when you come off stage, it's always that feeling. Yes, we did it. Let's go.
And
Yes,
also, I
guys.
want to get back on there.
thank you very much. Wishing you all the best.
Thank you so much.
You
Thank
got
you
the
for having
talent.
us.
Now you've got to do two things. One,
Work.
practice, 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 practice.
Yes.
And in fact, an artist is not made only in studio. You can be an artist in studio, but mostly an artist is made on stage. Okay? When you get the feedback, make mistakes. And actually, when I say to younger artists, if you are going to create, fail as soon as possible, because you learn from your mistakes, from failing. Okay? Don't be afraid of of being perfect or not being perfect. Okay? Second, if you don't strategize from now, you're going to have a lot of competition and you're going to be one of the millions of voices. Okay? Strive to be the key person.
Got to compete to get out there.
Yes.
That's very good advice.
All right? So, the interview, thank you. Well, I hope you enjoyed it.